Paul Geyer, headed to XO USS Winston Churchill. Good afternoon. Paul Geyer, XO the Winston Churchill. Captain Christine O'Connell couldn't make it today. She's otherwise she's up with the Commodore. I got a disappointing report to give you today. 8 of our sailors were caught as part of a drug ring. The drug of choice this time was spice. Based on the Navy's zero tolerance policy, these 8 sailors will be going to non-judicial punishment and potentially separated, or will be separated if they're found guilty at non-judicial punishment. Since the implementation of the Navy's drug testing program in 1981, the Navy's drug policy has been unwavering and state that any member who is found to be unlawfully using, possessing, promoting, manufacturing, or distributing drugs or drug use paraphernalia will be disciplined and administratively separated. This concept of zero tolerance is imbued in our Navy culture. It is not something that our sailors were not trained of. As a matter of fact, each of our sailors admitted that they knew that the policy was zero tolerance, and they knew that if they got caught, that they would be separated. So it is not a matter of these people not knowing the standard. They just failed to set it, and we will be holding them accountable. While this is disappointing, there are 2 reasons I want to take this opportunity to discuss 2 reasons why this is good for our Navy. First of all, it shows that the Navy is maintaining our professional standard and commitment to our nation and to the sailors that are doing their job on a regular basis. Secondly, reporting of this incident will serve as a deterrent to other sailors. Many of our sailors will be faced with drugs in their lives, whether going back home or out on liberty, and so this will be a deterrent to them. As a matter of fact, I'd like to say these are 3 of the things that these sailors who will be prosecuted for admin separation will not get going forward. First of all, they will get no government funded college. Their GI benefits will be gone. Secondly, they will not be eligible for student aid from the government. When the Department of Education looks in their record, they will see that they have a drug-related offense, and they will not be eligible. And lastly, they won't be able to get hired even at Walmart. Walmart and other companies are able to look back into their discharge papers, find that they got an other than honorable discharge, and they will have a harder time getting hired. We have trained our sailors on this. They knew it. They knew the policy. They knew the regulations, and they're going to be held to the standard. And like I said, they were going to NJP, and if found guilty, will be administratively separated. I'll take your questions.
Sir, Captain Devine from VID00010. What are the requirements that you have to follow in order to separate sailors for use of spice? I've heard that a lot of sailors on the waterfront are able to get around that zero tolerance policy in how they use spice.
Ma'am, this is an indication that first of all we have to take them to non-judicial punishment. They will go before the captain. They will be able to present their side of the story. Captain will take in all the facts, and he will based on his judgment, he will render a decision. If he finds them guilty, they will be processed for administrative separation. This is an indication that you cannot use spice or any other drug and circumvent the system. We have heard things anecdotally as well, but this is proof contrary to what you say that you've heard. The Navy's drug testing problem does include spice, and we are actively looking for it, and where it's found, we are holding people accountable. Any questions?
Yeah, there were some high times. Where were they at doing spice?
Good question. The NCIS investigation has not completed. We have found that these 8 sailors did definitely use spice, but we haven't been told whether it's on the ship or off the ship yet. Either way, if NCIS comes up and finds that more people have done or implicated, we will follow that where it leads us.
So it's legal to buy this in any drugstore or truck stop. Why is it not allowed for these people to use this product?
It is defined as an illicit drug. It is placed on par with cocaine, marijuana, any other illicit drug in the as part of the Navy's zero tolerance policy.
Not the way the laws are written out in town, though. You know, local
It-
stores wouldn't be able to sell it.
That is a very good point, and that goes to marijuana and legal use of marijuana in California or in Colorado. Just because it's legal in California or Colorado does not mean it is legal federally. We operate under federal statute, and it is illegal to use it in the Navy.
With this number of people, is someone being charged for distributing it to the others?
Again, NCIS is continuing their investigation, and if we find that someone is distributing, NCIS will be looking at where he is getting or they're getting
So
the drug
NCIS
from.
is still doing their investigation. How are you charging them?
NCIS has found that there's substantial proofs that these 8 people did take the drug, and so we are processing them for non-judicial punishment.
What's non-judicial punishment? That
Not-
sounds like just getting people in trouble because you want to.
No, non-judicial punishment is a system set up in the Navy where commanders are authorized to process their sailors for things that they have done wrong based upon Navy regulations.
Thank you.
Sir Martina Dell from Navy Times. Losing 8 sailors, or potentially losing 8 sailors because of this drug use, what kind of impact do you anticipate that having on your ship and your manning?
Obviously, we take a hit in manning, but the ship is safer without those 8 sailors on board. That's how the Navy feels, that's how I feel, and that's how the sailors who work with them feel. We entrust our sailors with weapons. We entrust them with $1 million worth of equipment. We have to be able to trust that they're coming to work in the right frame of mind. So our ship is better without them. Some of the other sailors will have to take up on extra responsibilities while we work to get more sailors on board, but the ship is better off without them.